Hey guys, it's Kamikaze here, and today we are at Safari Base Camp for my first time. Ironically, it is the last day of the season for the base camp, but we're here. We're checking it out finally. It's also because Safari opens at 10 a.m., whereas Great Adventure opens at 1 p.m., so plenty of time for us to check it out, so we'll see you guys in there. I'm here with Ka. It looks like the cable is already on slack or gone. I can't really tell. The sun's really in my eyes. Yeah, it's kind of slacked up, as you can see there. Very, very sad to see. So we're inside. They have some snacks here too, and this is where the original lion wound up with the same plaque and everything. It's now in the Safari. So that right there is Base Camp Bites. There's the bathrooms over there. And we got resort services on this side. And then over here, I believe, is a gift shop. Yeah, lots of Safari merch in here. And they have the 50 years Safari shirt that has King Decor on it. So if you do want one of those, well, I mean, the Safari closes today, but they are here. So this right here is the entrance. Over there is the Cheetah Pass entrance, which is essentially their flash pass they have over here. Then there's some more decorations, some seating. Looks like another little animal exhibit here. It's actually really, really nicely done, considering this was kind of done out of nowhere this year. Very nice little addition, but they actually did a really nice job with it.
Anthony, everyone can say hi. Meaning we're not allowed to be unbuckling our seatbelts. Get your cameras out. Take as many photos and videos as you want. Just have a tight grip. Not eating any food, as it could be a choking hazard. South America. Plus all the geese. The geese are unofficial members. They're here for the free food and shelter. Now over on your left, they're coming up. We got some bison. And the bison is from the Wild West, so they stick out. Currently there's only 30,000. They suffered a lot due to westward expansion. They do have very large numbers though on farms. They're mostly farmed for their milk and meat. They're from the Pacific Northwest, so they are from North America. And they are a domesticated pack animal, so they can carry up to 100. They're only about 5 feet tall.
Yeah, totally.
Summer after all. So we could just pretend we see some elephants. As we go on both sides here, we're going to be seeing some ostrich. The male. There's only about 20,000 of them in the wild, and they suffer mostly from poaching for their keratin horns. We also got the Asian water buffalo there on the right. They have a very small wild population of thousand. They mostly are peahens. The group altogether is peafowl. And you also on the right at that a bunch more of our fallow deer. See some of their calves there. It's a very tiny one, probably just born recently. Eland. And the common reticulated giraffe is as we journey around, we'll be coming up on the right, our Savannah Sunset and Spa Resort. Here, like a bar, a Starbucks, a masseuse, and a spa. The sunset. All the booking and pricing as soon as possible. It's a very popular attraction in the month of December. See more of those fallow deer there on the left. And on the left, you can see their 5-foot-long horns and their neck muscles to fight back against their predators. You can see a bunch of our oodad there on the left too. Yeah, they do live in groups known as prides. Then we are going to be having some more lions coming up. as we journey down on the left, we're going to see our Black Home Nursery. Which is Latin for Land of the Bear. Using that log as a back scratch. On the right, we got our Brown Bear Lake, or our Bear's Lake.
He's trying to leave. Maybe not.
Hi, Stanley. That's our lovely Stan.
There he is.
Those males are a red color, the females are more of a gray. And these guys are marsupials. They do carry babies. You see some little joeys mixed in there. It all goes to the Wildlife Conservation. So if you want to help out either of those two species, make sure that passed by that teepee, that will be the end of our tour today. So I hope you had a good time. So reptile house, we got some lizards and snakes over there. We got some predatory birds, places for you to eat, use the restroom, and places for the kids to play.
Alright, and that was the end of the safari. Today, like I said, last day for Safari Base Camp in 2024. After today, it is closed for the season because it's way too cold. They already started putting some of the animals away because it's just way too cold. I think it's like 30-something degrees, 40 degrees today. It's definitely too cold for the animals, but it was great to go through. This was, like I said, my first time going through the base camp, and it was nice to see the full safari, including the baboons and everything. So highly recommend doing base camp over the version that they have in the park if you're able to. But now we're gonna go check out the reptile house, which is right next to base camp.
Python. Sand? Oh, sand.
这个皮都掉出来了。你看那皮一块的。
Nigerian Euro.
Oh, these are. These are.
Here's everything the snack place has in here. So in the vlog, here's your look at Green Lantern. It is a really, really tough thing to look at. Majority of the back half of the ride over here closer to Ka is gone. That whole twist and everything is gone. All that's left is the top of the mid-course. There's a ton of scrapped Green Lantern track down there. It is being scrapped, it is not being relocated. There's one corkscrew after the mid-course, the top of the incline loop, which is kind of just floating. The end of the brake run right there, everything else is gone from that point, and it looks like the second corkscrew is also gone. All right, and after the safari, we are now here. We got Zach, we got Sammy, we got Antonio, we got my dad, and we got more that will be joining us soon. Safari was very fun in the morning. I was able to get a Green Lantern update out as well, and you guys saw a little bit of that here. But now we're gonna go in the park and enjoy a holiday in the park. And as we can see, Flash's train is in the station. I saw it testing from the safari, so we're probably gonna see some more test runs when we go inside. Well, lo and behold, Flash is testing. It's open! See how it runs in the cold. This is the coldest I have seen it test. It's running at basically the exact same speed as it does in the warmer weather. It's actually a pretty good crowd here today at the park. I mean, it is Black Friday, so most people are off, but pretty good crowd. All right, now we are in the park. They let the priority line in about like 5 minutes early, if that. So really not that big of a difference. I think they're rope dropping anyway, so it doesn't really matter. New update on the directional board. Roaring Rapids is now listed as returning spring 2025. I feel like they added more presence around Flash since the last time I was over here. It looks really nice. I got excited when I saw the new sign right here, but it's just for Joy to the World, which is over in the Park 6. Cyborg, on the other hand, I think it's... No. I wouldn't be surprised if we're doing some demolition updates on this pretty soon. Looks like our first ride of the day is going to be Justice League. That was a rough round. So we did Justice League, and like I said, that was a rough round. My usual blaster was not working, so I had to pivot to the next one, and the aim was just, it was pretty far off. But I still, you know, try to have fun on that ride. It's all about competition at this point, and we still had a pretty competitive game. They also added some decorations since Metro Grill is not open to kind of mask it a little bit like a snow effect. Over here, the directional board's been updated here too. Toro returning spring 2025, and Flash opening spring 2025. I believe the wood fire ban is still in effect, so it looks like they are still using the propane fires. I've been checking all these directional boards to see if Ka or Lantern are on them, and they're not. There's Medusa on that one, same thing as Toro with returning spring 2025, but I have yet to find one that still has Ka or Lantern on it. I know the one up by Dream Street had them on it, so we'll see if that's still the case. They have now covered up Primo's sign with a Santa with his reindeers so that people don't think it's open. I guess they did not get over to this one yet because Toro and Medusa, they still have the arrows not returning spring 2025, and King Ka and Green Lantern are still on them. All right, so we just ate at Yum Yum. Now we're going over to Dream Street because, as far as I know, they have reorganized the other side of the bricks now, so they are all fully spaced out, and they probably look great. So I also have to find my first brick again since they're reorganized. All right, here we go. They're all spaced out again, so here comes the fun of trying to find them. There's Tom right there. Tom, you're not too far away from the front. I'm no longer in section 1, it looks like. I might be I might be moved back. I don't see my...
here.
Oh. Well, if you're right here, I'm probably not too far. I've got to be like really early then, unless they change the order. They moved me way back. I'm right here. I used to be all the way up there.
5, 7.
I'm in section 7 now. Wow, that's rough. I'm like right in the middle. I'm by this bench though. At least you can kind of find it by following the border line here. I'm right there. But these keep going all the way to this section right here. They go a little bit further than the other side. So here you go. You're gonna have to come find, what's it called? Come find your new brick location. I think they found a broken brick. Yes, they did find a broken brick. So it looks like they did update this directional board over here. There is no reference of Green Lantern or King Ka anywhere on here now. It is all just the existing rides and the ones that are returning in 2025 spring. All right, I haven't ventured down to BB&P for Holiday in the Park yet. They have a show, 2 shows in there. They have some nice photo ops over here. These used to be on the boardwalk back in the day. Over here next to the men's bathroom, they swapped out that temporary blue fencing for the more permanent low kind of wrought iron fence. It looks very nice. This fence is definitely a little low, but it's not really that big of a deal because all the low zones are fenced in with much higher fencing, so not really any inherent risk per se. Despite the cold, we're gonna make our way over here towards Nitro. I don't know if it's just my eyes, but it looks like there's 2 different kind of color styles on that Holiday Memories sign. It appears that Devil has block checked. There's nobody on it, so either they evac'd or it's still testing. We have even more of that new fencing style in Nitro's queue. Not all of it's painted blue yet, but definitely an interesting choice. I'm not sure why they decided to do it, but I'm not against it. It looks pretty nice. Is he gonna make it? Oh, barely. Down there, I could be wrong, but it looks like that is one of the coverings that was from Green Lantern's queue that has now been repainted red to be used at Flash. All right, we just got off of Nitro, and you can tell how cold it is today because even on the D train with a full train, it's still running kind of slow. I mean, it was good, but definitely running slow.
This is weird. Cold, but good.
Sammy lost his hat. Genius move.
This is new.
Antonio?
My hat's still here, but it was a great ride.
They never do that.
How were your rides on Nitro?
Good, but cold.
Yes, very cold. And Chris,
Very cold. My first ride of the season.
welcome
I'm
back to
slacking.
Jersey.
Up in Florida, yeah. It was cold, but good.
Hey, you know that ride would be less likely to valley if the rookie element.
Welcome back, Storm Chasers. How was that breeze? Oh my god. Well, please remain seated with your chain fastened until...
We are now on the wheel. We're gonna take a look at Green Lantern's Carnage from up here. All right, you can see a little bit of the floating mid-course brake run there. Can you see the floating? Yep, you can see the floating incline loop now. You can see the completely missing second corkscrew. Ooh, man, this is hard to look at. And there's a look at that scrap pile. Oh man, that's giving me flashbacks to when this was happening to Dueling Dragons. It's really hard to look at. So I'm seeing even more floating track than I thought I would. So the only bit that's fully intact still is up until the end of the dive loop. After the dive loop, the ground track is missing going into that lasso element, as you can see, and the track is all screwed up at the ends, and then you're missing a bunch of track going into the incline loop. That's a lot of track gone right there.
That's a lot of damage.
Before
The ride is 4,000 square.
yes, there is a little bit missing before the dive loop as well. Wow, they've really just torn this thing apart.
Completely gone.
Yeah, second corkscrew is totally gone.
Drop is
Oh,
fine.
they're getting ready to test the flash. Phil, flash is going. Taking sweet time down there.
It's silent. It really is. Look at this.
Oh, that's moving.
This is when it boosts back up.
Oh, roll back! Whoa!
Oh, that'd be so fun to watch.
Guys, we just watched a rollback on Flash vertical velocity.
Oh, they're just like
It's
not.
gonna recover itself, I
I need
guess.
to see this.
It's actually a really nice close-up look at Flash's trains if we were over there. I'm sure it's gonna recover itself very soon. All right, there's one boost. Let's see how many it takes. 2, 3. Oh, it got pretty high. 4. Can this move?
This is it.
Oh, it went all the way.
That's so cool how slow it goes. Yeah. Could you imagine that?
Oh, that hang time would be amazing.
This is gonna be one.
And there it goes. Oh! It's gotta go again? Jeez. Alright, now it better make it.
There we go.
Hey!
The other one now? Or go? Your time's gonna be fantastic.
And it looks like it made it all the way through. Where is it? There it goes.
Like next season's gonna be cool.
Ride unaccompanied. Guests under 42 inches may ride if accompanied by a responsible person.
So as we were watching that rollback happen on Flash, I guess now that Ka is getting ripped to shreds, that'll be the new rollback credit to try to get, since, you know, there's nothing else comparable really. But that would be pretty cool to get a rollback on Flash. So over here at Main Street Market, we found these Holiday in the Park t-shirts, which is interesting. They still have Six Flags in the logo, but then down here, there is Great Adventure in the Cedar Fair font. At least it looks kind of like the Cedar Fair font. So maybe that's a little bit of foreshadowing. So Sweet Treats is open a little early today, and here's what the menu looks like. Cinnamon bun, plum cake fries, fried Oreos, gingerbread man, ice cream. Nothing too different from usual. So we're near the front of the park, and Johnny's made an interesting discovery with this penny machine right next to Emporium. So this is the last bit of King Dakar and Zumanjaro merch that you can find. It is a penny press.
He has not checked the other Six Flags.
So you gotta make sure you
There you
bring
go.
coins with you.
Yeah, you actually have to use coins for this. This does not take debit cards or
Can't get them
anything.
here in Spark.
No, you got Toro, Zumanjaro Ka, Nitro, and then just Great Adventure. Right here, next to the Emporium. And this is what the finished product looks like right here. Very, very nice. We found another one of these Great Adventure Cedar Fair style logos. So, like I said, maybe this could be a telltale sign for the future. Inside Adventure World, there's so much leftover Fright Fest stuff. All this Stranger Things stuff all over the place. There's more over there, you can see. There's Conjuring. There's Trick or Treat. There's so much. There's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. If you want Fright Fest merch, you might as well come over to Adventure World because they have no shortage of it. Walking down this path because we still have not been down, or at least I haven't been down here yet during Holiday in the Park. They always have these really nice animals that light up, and they do these trees really nice down here as well. They used to have a lot more in this area with all the trees where it's kind of like gravel, but they kind of stopped doing that. I think it was Merry Marketplace for a couple of years because they used to have the catering area be Merry Marketplace, but that's no longer the case because of all the Flash construction. They kind of stopped doing that a little while ago. Now we're gonna go on Joker. Just did 3 rides on Joker. It's such a fun ride, especially during holiday, to go on over and over again. And look, the lights are on the giant wheel. Hooray, they look phenomenal. So the giant wheel is closed for the time being, but I'm okay with that because they have these lights on. These lights just look incredible. Like I said in the last video does not do it justice at all. You need to come here and see it because the way it lights up the whole park is just absolutely mesmerizing. And it's a nice little update over here. If you guys remember, there used to be this white fence over here. It didn't really look great, kind of made it look a little, I wouldn't say crappy, but it just made it look not as nice as it could be. And that white fence is gone now. So you just have a nice view of all the bushes, the mulch, and right over towards like fender benders and everything. So great move by the park to update that. So it looks a lot nicer. And even from the backside of the giant wheel, the lights still show. I don't think they really need lights on this side because all these trees right here would kind of just block the view of them anyway. So I'm fine with them just keeping it on the front, especially because they're so bright. Over at these new bushes they put in next to Stranger Things. By the way, it looks like they took down, did they take it down? Yeah, I think they did take down the Hawkins High School sign. But they put up these nice new lights here to kind of illuminate them, make them look nice for Christmas, which is cool.
You gotta get running. You wrote the Joker, right? I'm glad Jason didn't.
Now we're gonna go for a ride on Dark Knight. It looks like they are not running the pre-show. They just have all of the Joker graffiti everywhere. And the sirens going, of course. We just did Dark Knight. We were gonna do Batman, but Sammy spotted the train lights on for Flash. So we gotta get some shots of that with the giant wheel. This looks insane with the lights from the giant wheel reflecting everywhere. So my dad got the fried gingerbread man, deep fried gingerbread man. Not what I expected. Since the cold temperatures are really starting to hit me, we're gonna go for a ride on Batman, and then I think that's gonna be it. That's gonna do it for our time here at Great Adventures Holiday in the Park for Black Friday. Had a good time getting on a few rides. It is freezing cold, that's why we didn't ride more. Got to see some cool lights, got to just walk around, have a good time. It was a fun day. Where are you? I'll start here. Antonio, how was your day?
Very good day. Glad to hit up the safari. Glad to be here in the park. One thing to keep in mind, it's gonna get even colder. Wear a lot of layers.
Yes, absolutely. Sammy?
You know, I would say I had a Six Flags day, but now it's Great Adventures Holiday in the Park. So I had a very great adventure.
Great adventure day.
I had a very great adventure.
Johnny and Noah?
A little chilly today, but other than that, it was a fun day.
Noah's definitely cold, I can tell. Dad?
Had a great day, start off the safari. It was great to see Savannah sunsets like fully complete. It looked spectacular. And then coming in the park and seeing the lights. And that big wheel is just mind-blowing. You have to see it in person. It looks so good.
Absolutely. With all that being said, guys, that's going to do it for today's video from Great Adventures Holiday in the Park. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, guys.